Grand Rising fam. Today we have a Grand Trine beginning to form between North Node Cancer, Chiron Pisces. That's already been active, that trinity. Now the Sun is entering the last 10 degrees of Scorpio, and hence we'll be activating that Grand Trine within the water triplicity. The Sun is about to enter this Grand Trine with North Node Cancer and Chiron Pisces. The water elements, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, are being highlighted and activated. The water triplicity, the astral matrix, the collective tides of the emotions and the feelings and the waters of the collective are being activated by the Sun, Chiron, and North Node. The North Node is our evolutionary path. Again, if the lunar nodes are the oscillation points of our personality, the south node, the pull from our past or what's familiar, the north node, the evolutionary path that we're moving towards, the north node in Cancer is about establishing emotional security within, centering the self in our own inner light. Because remember, Cancer is like a still lake, which reflects any and all objects and any stimuli that's dropped on that still lake, it ripples. Hence why Scorpio is so sensitive and the inner psychic life is so rich, and they're tossed to and fro because of all the emotional tides. So the evolutionary impulse and lesson for Cancer is to be able to center the self within into its own inner light, and like the crab, be able to carry its home on its back, so to speak, so that it is always at home. It always has, quote unquote, that emotional security and that safety from within. And hence why the next evolutionary sign is Leo, because once Cancer learns to center the self in its own light, then it can be self-expressed in Leo and authentically speak its own truth and channel that sun/inner light divinity. This is the evolutionary intention / path that we're all going through, establishing our own emotional security within, so that we can feel at home whenever and wherever we're at, and not be tossed left, right, to and fro from the emotional tides that we feel in our environment, in our inner life. Outer stimuli, inner stimuli. This is the evolutionary intention / path that we're all experiencing, and this trine with Chiron Pisces is basically reflecting that through creating that emotional security within, we are activating Chiron, these healing abilities. We're healing ourselves in that process, and within that process we then become able to distinguish where in our levels of self there is that healing to be done, and through the healing of that we unlock, like a key / Chiron, our abilities to heal self and others. Because Chiron is a quote unquote spiritual wound within the self, and through the healing and the overcoming of the spiritual wound, we become an example of how to overcome this. Hence we can heal the self and others through establishing our own emotional security, and then we can help others establish their own emotional security. Those two energies are working collectively, jointly, and when we activate that, our abilities to heal the self and work with cosmic energies / Chiron Pisces will be activated. This has been an aspect that has been active since the North Node walked into Cancer, right? And now that the Sun is now about to enter this trine aspect with both of these energies, it's like it's activated. It's like, imagine like that vibration, North Node Cancer, Chiron Pisces is active. The Sun is brightening it up, illuminating it for everybody, bringing it into focus for all of us, bring it into our awareness. This whole shift from all that Scorpio season, remember we had Jupiter in Scorpio, we had Mercury in Scorpio, we had Venus in Scorpio, we had the Sun in Scorpio. We had 40% of the planets in Scorpio during Scorpio season. Now we're seeing this shift into a connection with Neptune and an emphasis on Jupiter. Jupiter, because it just walked into Sag, so it's at home and it's abundant, and we're about to walk into Sun Sag season. Again, Jupiter, higher self, Neptune, connection to the cosmic ocean, the cosmic sea, the astral matrix of life is being activated. Our third eye activation, our pineal gland is being activated at a mass level.